Hello, fellow travelers. Candy Tobias from Devoted to Travel, and this is part of my series on Virgin Voyages and their restaurants. So we're going to talk about the Wake today. The Wake is Virgin's take on a little bit of a twist of, say, a mid-century chop house. So let's get right into the food, what we had, and our thoughts about it. So we went a couple of times on the last cruise, and for appetizers on our first visit, we both went for the clam chowder. Clam chowder was excellent, had a great flavor. I will warn you though, they bring out the bowl with the ingredients and then pour the broth on top. So for a split second, you may look at it and go, I ordered soup, didn't I? Just give it a second and they'll pour the broth on top. We also had a wedge salad, which was excellent, traditional wedge salad. And I did try the hamachi crudo. And if you like sashimi, then you'll like that. It was very good. And it's light, so it's not going to fill you up. The soup obviously is a little heavier. It's going to fill you up. And even the salad is a really good size. All right, on to the mains. Our go-to is filet mignon. It just is. The filet was outstanding, tender, cooked to perfection. Can't go wrong in my eyes with a good filet. I did try the lamb chops on another night. They were good, but I would say if you're only going one night, I would not be my first choice or my go-to. Another entree that they have, the fish. And so they have, it's very interesting. It is, I'm going to probably pronounce it incorrectly, so forgive me. Dorad fish. They bake it in a puff pastry, which is really interesting. The presentation is amazing. Then they cut the puff pastry. You don't actually get any of that. It's to keep the fish moist. And the skin actually sticks to the puff pastry, and they just serve you the fillet. I will say I thought it was a little bit salty. I'm sensitive to salt. I don't use a lot of salt. So for that reason, I just thought it was a little bit salty. But let's talk then about the sides and dessert. So for sides, I had the asparagus. It was very good. The twice baked potato, at least for us, was not what we thought. If you're thinking that traditional twice baked potato, it's a half a potato, you get the skin, it's kind of whipped and put back into that. That's not what it was. It was chunks of potatoes. It was very good, but it's a little bit heavy. Did try the French fries to try them out. We love big steak fries. They were not the big steak fries, but they were good. Again, with all the other options, not really something I would go to normally. We're not sauce people, so we really didn't try any of the sauces. All right, on to the desserts. Now, I get a lot of grief, and I know I'm not the normal person. I just do not really care for chocolate very much unless it's a very dark chocolate, like 85% or more dark chocolate. So I don't tend to get chocolate desserts. What I do love is lemon. So I had the lemon cheesecake, really great presentation. The outside's like a white chocolate. And then when you kind of crack it open, it has the cheesecake inside. The other dessert we had was the apple, and it was very nice, not really heavy. So if you're just looking for something smaller, that's not really going to weigh in your stomach, the apple dessert was very nice. Love to hear if you've had some of the others. Go ahead and put those in the comments. If you are sailing on Virgin Voyages, I hope that this gives you a little bit of insight to the restaurants and some of your options. Or if you're considering it, kind of seeing what the food is about, because the dining experience is different than your traditional cruises. And bon appetit. We'll talk again soon.